destruction, gotta get away. For control and mind control, I've gotta get away. Locked up and I've had enough, that is what you say. Hide away in dismay, live to fight another day. There is no doubt, figure it out and bring them down. There's nowhere to hide.
Yo, people, welcome back to the hardware review, and we are back with gas mods. Yes, we are taking a look at the Cyber RTA 24mm. Now, airflow inserts are starting to come the norm. We've just done the Nico, so now gas mods have brought out the Cyber, and that's got airflow inserts. How good are they? We're going to find that out. Now, the last RTA that I did for them was the Palace. Really liked that. So when the wonderful people at SourceMore asked me if I wanted to review the Cyber, I went, yes, please. We know how it all goes, people. This is the box. That's everything you do get in the box, and that was the box. So, the Cyber RTA from Gas Mods. Before we have a little look round it, I know we've done what's in the box and what's not in the box. I just want to show you the spares that you do get. You get a spare 510, some spare O-rings, and also some spare grub screws. The bigger grub screws are for your coils, where you change your coils. They're your spare grub screws. And the smaller ones are your airflow inserts. We will show you them in a second. You also get 2 Allen keys. You get a bigger one for changing your coils, or for putting your coils in, and you get a smaller one as well for changing your airflow. Right, the tank itself. I've got the black one, which is always hard to review when it's a black one, but I've got the black one. You can also get stainless steel and the wonderful rainbow, yes. It is a 510 drip tip, interchangeable if you've got your own. There we go. As you can see, there's some knarling around the top. A little bit hard to see, like I said, because it's black. Now, it is a top fill. It's not a quarter turn, though. It's actually threaded, and these threads are really long. There we go. Got your 2 ports there. I've had no problem with leaking or filling or airlocks or anything like that. But like I said, the actual screw, as it screws in, the actual length of the threads is quite big. Would have been better if it was just like a quarter turn. Now, there's nothing on the actual instructions, websites, or anything that I can find out what the actual capacity of this tank is. Now, you get a bubble glass, and you also get a straight glass as well. So the bubble glass I'm roughly working out is about 4mm. Now, some websites are saying 6mm, but there's no way that it's 6mm, so it's roughly about 4mm. And the straight glass, I would say, is roughly around about 2mm. Have a little look at the airflow. It is mirrored on either side, and it does lock off. Nice and buttery smooth, there's no problem with that. Have a look at the bottom. Just tell you that it is the Cyber, designed by Gas Mods. You've got adjustable gold plated 510, and it is slightly protruding. Now, if we open this up, I want you to hear this. If we open this up, listen. It's got a little bit of grindy threads. I've had no problem opening it up or shutting it. It just sounds a little bit grindy. Just take the glass off. You've got Cyber engraved in it, if you can just see that. Nothing else. Just quite nice and simple, which I quite like. O-ring at the top. Nice little bit of domage going on. And let's have a little look at the deck. There we go. It is a single coiler. You'll be able to see you've got your 4 grub screws at the top for putting your coil in. The biggest coil that I've put in there is a 3mm in diameter. You've got your airflow coming through the centre, and you should be able to just see there you've got 3 holes on that side, and you've got 3 holes on this side. There we go. On either side. So what you get is these little tiny grub screws. Make sure I've got you. Make sure if you do wear glasses, make sure you've got them in. So it does, they are a little bit small. So you'll be able to just see there, it comes into focus, you've got your grub screws. So basically what you do is, you've got whichever combo you want to put in. If you want to lock it off on, say, that end and just have it coming through the centre, which I've done, and do exactly the same on that side. Or if you wanted to lock off both the ends and both the ends on that one, or the ones in the middle and have it, you've got a different combination of what you want to do. I've tried it myself. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, I prefer it without any of these inserts in at all. And I have tried loads of different combinations, but me personally like it. Well, I'll show you a little bit more when I go up top, like how I like to vape it, but it's up to you. You can play around with this. You can play around with it. So what you're going to do is you fit it at an angle, get your grub screw, set it off. I'll say that now and I can't do it. It's a lot easier off camera, like I always say. Get it set off, and you just screw it in. Like I said, all the holes in there have all got threads. And there you go. It just screws in like so. There you go. So like I said, you could put one there, and one there, one there, and then just have the centre hole and everything that's actually coming from the centre of the airflow. So obviously that's coming in from underneath there and coming up there. Single coil, like I said. Wicking ports there and there. Very, very simple to wick. Be able to see here. So I'll tell you what, let's go and stick a build in it. So that was an up close look of the Cyber RTA from Gas Mods. Now if it looks a little bit vapey in here, just to remind you, if you are a reviewer, to press record before you do a review. I've just done the summing up of it all and forgot to press record. Silly little bro. Let's go top to bottom like we normally do. It's got 510 drip tip, interchangeable if you've got your own. Now it is a top fill. Now with this top fill, I would have liked to have seen it maybe just a quarter turn, but it's not. It's threaded and they are quite long threads. So like I said, I would have liked to have seen that as a quarter turn. Now it comes with a bubble glass and a straight glass. Nowhere on the website or on the box or in the manual or anywhere that I can find it tells you the actual capacity, but it is a 4mm bubble glass. The straight glass is somewhere around about 2mm, but you would have thought that they would have put it on the website or at least on the box. Some places that are selling them are saying that it is 6mm, but there's no way that is 6mm. As you can see, it's 4mm at the tops. The airflow, let's start talking about this airflow. Now obviously it's mirrored on either side at the bottom and it does lock off. And then on the deck itself you've got that big airflow in the middle and then you've got 3 either side which you can start putting the grub screws in. Now as you've seen, the grub screws are a little bit fiddly. You sort of have to put it at an angle. Make sure you've got your glasses on if you do wear them because you're going to need them. Now I've tried loads and loads of different combinations of it. I've had the 2 sides locked off and then I've had all of them locked off, and it does make a difference, but me personally, the way I like to vape this is without them in at all. I have it wide open, none of the inserts in there, and the flavour's absolutely corking on it. And you can dial this in. Alright, it does whistle a little bit. I'm gonna show you that in a second. But you can dial it in with just the airflow at the bottom, as well as what you can do with putting the actual inserts in. So for me, you don't really need the inserts, but again, it's something that you can play around and find the best one that you like. You might like the inserts in there. For me personally, I just leave them out and I use the airflow down below to actually adjust it. The deck itself is so simple to build on and very, very simple to wick as well, as you've seen. Another thing that I'll tell you, the O-rings seem to just come off. So I had the bottom O-ring come off, and I'm thinking, why is the actual bubble glass turning? I'm thinking, where's the leaking coming from? What's happening here? So I had to empty the tank, go through it, and then I found that the O-ring had come out, and then I did it again, washed it, cleaned it to put another build in it, and then the top O-ring had come off. So make sure you do check your O-rings. If you start finding that your tank is twisting around, that's what's happened. One of your O-rings have dropped out. Obviously, you've got your spares, but it's not very good. The O-rings seem to just pop off. I don't know why. We've got some proper coils in here. We've got some fused Claptons. These are 3mm diameter. Use Little Bro Vapes 10, you get 10% off. And we've got some of the new Lemon Meringue from Rochford Project, just released on the 17th of April. So it's coming out at 0.35 ohms. It's 70 watts. Let's give it a vape and see what we think. Now, it is wide open, as you can see. Decent flavour. Decent flavour off it and decent clouds. Now, when you start dialing this airflow in, this is when it starts going toot toot. So what we'll do is, we'll go halfway. I'm not sure if you'll see that, but we're roughly halfway. We're getting that. Woo! Restricted direct along, and you're getting a little bit more of it if you just there you go. It's not shut off. You've got a little bit of a gap there. You'll be able to see at the end. You've got a little bit of a gap. Listen to this. A little bit less there. A little bit less. It literally by millimeters. It changes the sort of sound of what you get. But you can really shut this off. So this is like nearly fully closed. That's nearly fully closed off. You'll not be able to see, I don't think, but it's nearly fully closed off. Helps if I show you the airflow. It's nearly closed off. That's a really tight, restricted direct along. But like I said, it's for you to play around with them inserts to see what you actually think to them. But for me, they don't particularly need them. You can dial it in. All right, you've got a little bit of a whistle. You'll have to move it around. The flavour's spot on. There's no problem with the flavour at all. I do like the build of it. The only thing I like, I did say, I would have liked to have seen the actual top fill not be threads. Would have just liked to see a quarter turn on that. The juice ports, no problem with that. Nice and big. No airlocks or anything. Yeah, and it doesn't look bad at all. Like I said, you can get it in black, stainless steel, and also the wonderful rainbow. I'm not a big fan of rainbow. What do I totally reckon to it? It's not one for me. It's not one that I would keep out. It's just not really one that I'm going to gush about, if I'm honest with you. There's nothing wrong with it, apart from, like I said, the O-rings. They do drop off. I'm not too keen on the inserts either. Well, this has been another review by Little Bro. A big shout out for Sourcemore for sending this out for review. You can get it from Sourcemore, but obviously I can't leave any links down below because YouTube will slap my hands and tell me off. But if you do a little bit of Google foo, you can Sourcemore it out yourself. And I will leave you just a little code just down there that you can use to get yourself a little bit store-wide. Store-wide, you can use that code. Big shout out, like I said, to Sourcemore. Also, this has been another review by Little Bro. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the subscribe buttons in the corner. Give it a little press to get me to that new magic number. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go and hit me up. And also, if you'd like to support the channel like them wonderful people at the beginning of the review, you get extra videos, your name up in lights, and some other extra bits and bobs. The Patreon link's down below. Yes, give it a click and support the channel. Big love to you all. Look after yourselves. And there's one last thing to say. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.